Hi, everybody. It's Mark Hanna with Wisdom Gaming. I'm here just doing a brief introduction to let you know what this next series of videos will be about. In fact, I'm going to be doing a playthrough of this game from Hexasim. Excellent game. I have to say the designs by Hexasim are just outstanding. Really, really good. So this one's going to be Waterloo 1815 Fallen Eagles 2. They've revised the map compared to the first one. Not that I ever had the first one. This is my first introduction to this amazing system. I really like it. Uh, it's reminiscent of a tactical system, two dice, so it's got a normalized distribution, which I'm very familiar with, being a big advanced squad leader player. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a playthrough of the full Battle of Mont Saint-Jean, which is otherwise known by British people as the Battle of Waterloo. So again, welcome. I look forward to presenting this video to you.
And here we are. I have set up the map for Fallen Eagles 2. Here's a panoramic view. Well, I wouldn't call it that. A sweeping view, let's say, of the battlefield. Napoleon will be marching from this side of the board. There's his supply entry hex. That's Maison du Roi. Over here, this is where the Brits will be getting their supplies from the Waterloo direction. I think that's also the direction to Brussels. The Prussians will be coming on over here from this direction. There's the Black Star from Lasno. That's their supply hex. So that's everything. Here's the orders of battle. These are the French here. It's called the Battle of Mont Saint-Jean. This is the French name for this. British people call it Waterloo. It's actually quite interesting. The Prussians don't call it that. The Germans now. They called it the Battle of Belle Alliance. You can see Belle Alliance is here. And there's the road, La Haye Saint, the very famous fortified farm. Nearby is the fortified farm of Hougoumont. Everybody knows of the Chateau de Hougoumont. And then up here, further along the road, is the Ferme de Mont Saint-Jean. So hopefully I'm not butchering my French too badly today, but I'm not the person to say. So anyway, Place No, this is where the Prussians will probably be attacking. I'll be setting all of this stuff up. Here's some other setup information. Here's the fired or move markers that happen to be used when there's a formation moving. Tactical deck card I might be using. Here are the Prussians and some more of the Anglo-Allied armies here. These cards are used for orders. You can see there's the orders for movement orders to locations. And once they're at the location, each of those red dots, they might go into defense order or no order conditions. So either you're basically attacking, moving, or you're on the defense, or you're at no orders. Each has a different ramification, which is quite interesting. I like the way they've designed this game. This is a Hexasim game. Always rather intriguingly designed here. Sorry for sweeping around. I was looking for the box. Oh, here it is. Here we go. The box is here. Terrain effects chart. Been some interesting discussions about non-existent terrain and whether streams are supposed to be creeks. There's what's a creek to me. According to that, that's a creek. And that's a creek. A stream looks like this. All right, that ain't no stream. All right. But then there's these ponds over here that are not delineated. So not sure what to do with them. So there's some stupid little gaps in the game. I'm really sorry to see that, but oh well. There's a very easy to use melee chart, as well as a very easy to use fire table. All right. Got a special events table. And, that's it, Here's some more miscellaneous counters and things here, which will be used. And this is the cover. Very nice. Fierce looking French guard, I suppose, from Hexasim. So that's what's on the table. We're going to play this huge Battle of Waterloo. Well, we, meaning me, myself, and I. All right. Thank you, Mark Hanna. Wisdom Gaming. See you soon. All right, folks. Hello. It's Mark here with Wisdom Gaming. And as you can see, I'm trying to give you a very zoomed out view of Fallen Eagles 2, the Battle of Waterloo. And I've set everybody up. You can see the French setup is here. What I can do later is zoom in on some of these units. Here's the Anglo-Allied setup. These are the order cards for each of the formations. More on that later. These are the Prussians coming in later over here. I still have to set up Wellington and the Duke of Orange. I'll do that here in a minute. Okay, so I've set up Wellington now. He has been put here. Wellington will be used to try to command these independently commanded units. I'll have to check and see if those might be under the command of the guard leader. I'm not sure. So here we have the famous Chateau de Hugon, and over here, La Haie Sainte. I'm really surprised at how close those two were. There's another fortified farm over here called Papillote, and it's right here. So basically, the French want to push very sharply and take out as many Anglo-Allied units as possible before these Prussians come on. I think a lot of people who know the history of Waterloo is that basically it's it. These are the guards. These are quite a powerful force, but they're sort of frozen until 4 o'clock or until the Anglo-Allied or Prussians get close to this Belle Alliance area right here. So that's what's happening. There's also an area where French units are not allowed to enter. I've got to find that restriction. Until the start of the 4 p.m. turn, no French units can go east of a vertical line, basically along these farms here. The farm Hubermont, look at that finger I smashed it. Some blood blister underneath there. To this farm up here, the farm de Lubernay. Is that what it says? Hubermont to Hantodelet. Yeah, there's Hubermont. Right there. To Hantodelet. It's probably up here someplace. So the French can't really go past that. So they're focusing on taking out the Anglo-Allied. This is, I guess, to prevent them from marching up to block the Prussians. Historically, Napoleon, sitting back here with his guards, thought Grouchy was going to keep the Prussians away, so he wouldn't have tried to move to block the Prussians at that time. I think there's some variants which will allow that possibly to happen. In any event, and I'm sorry about the poor camera work here, I don't have this mounted on a gimbal, but this is just going to give us the overall flavor of the setup here. This is the historical setup for the game. So it should be interesting. I was trying to point out earlier, these are the commands. You can see the number, the sheer number of command counters for the British side versus the French side. So the French have more concise command control. The Anglo-Allied army consists of a variety of units and somewhat gets committed piecemeal. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. When the Prussians come in, they have 3 corps that come in. So the more compact force, and some of these guys are very strong. We'll get into that later. All right, so that's pretty much an overview. I'll be setting up the rest of the game. I've got to set up the orders for each of these commands. Not sure what the French will do. Perhaps they'll come over here, try to flank, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of flanking that's going to go on. This is basically a knife fight, really. They're going to go in with bayonets. The French will try to do some artillery to soften them up and then go on in. And I imagine there'll be a lot of fighting for these objectives, the Hougoumont and at La Haye Sainte, just as there was historically. All right, so that's my overview. I'll leave it for here, and we'll start the first turn next time I make a video. Thanks for listening. Marcana, Wisdom Games.